Whatever that I touch, it needs to be something that, like, even 10 years from now, people need to be able to go back and be like, dang, that was incredible. The new year has been, off to a great start. Obviously, last year, towards the end of the year, I put out my second solo album, SR2, which came out on my birthday in October, and the focus has just been, pushing that as much as possible. One of the songs that have managed to make the rounds from that album is a song called Call Me, featuring Runtown from Nigeria, and it seems to have been, largely the females, favorite. So, I just want to continue building on that excitement. Now we are moving on to a new single called Swagger Nova, and I'm just anxious and excited to see how the year is gonna move from here on as soon as the video for that single drops. This is my 12th year in the music industry, and till this day, the first song that people heard me on was a song called Chance by Tear Gas, 2006. I still perform that song even till this day, and that is something that we created just out of a bunch of young guys who wanted to make a name for ourselves, and just by default and because of the quality of the music, it just ended up lasting this long. So a couple years shortly after that song came out, wherever we went, we still got a lot of people saying, yo, please do that joint, please do that joint. So that became a part of my formula in everything that I was putting out. Even after that whatever that I touch, it needs to be something that even 10 years from now, people need to be able to go back and be like, dang, that was incredible, as an artist, when you come into the game, a lot of the guys come in thinking that as soon as maybe the first song hits, and then you have shows pretty much almost every other day, you think that's how the rest of your life is looking. You probably have a good 3 years, or probably 2 years. Some have 1 year, bro, of just that, and then everything after that, you need to now maintain and try and create whatever that you can for you to be able to sustain the lifestyle that you have afforded yourself, over those first few years, when you have your first big hit. So it's important for you to have that acumen, the business acumen, to be able to, whatever that you are able to accumulate during your hype and during your peak time, you need to be able to start seeding it in different areas. Because I've seen so many cases where one artist it is at the height of their career, and then boom, they go and they spend money on maybe on a house or an expensive car, and then once the shows start slowing down, you still need to live in this house, or you still need to use this car. Now you can't afford it, so what you end up doing, you end up downgrading. So it's important for us, when we have that opportunity to accumulate whatever that we can accumulate, we need to be able to spread that out. I have a clothing range which is called Scanner Republic, which is inspired by, again, my music. My first album was called Scanner Republic. So we've decided to turn that into a clothing, to an actual business, right? Hopefully in the near future as well, the same way we probably did with Cash Time, probably gonna have some artists coming out of through that label and stuff like that, and just trying to build and give young people a platform. But right now what we're doing is with the fashion label, which is already out, and we're hoping that by end of the year we'll probably be one of the leading street brands in the country, and we are looking to make our debut at SA Fashion Week towards the end of the year. So like we're just like trying to do incredible things, you know, not only just like on the music side of things, but just like also within the fashion space, because over the years people have seen or like taken certain elements of like just like my style of fashion, yet I was wearing other people's brands, you know. So I figured I might as well just like, you know, bring it back and create my own thing, instead of like driving sales to like a YSL or a Gucci or whatever, you know, or an Off-White, and just like create something that speaks to the people that watch what I do. And that's how Scanner Republic, the clothing range, came about. So it's going to continue building and inspiring young people. We also open an opportunity for young designers to come on board as well, just to help with the creative direction and stuff like that. So yeah.